Afternoon everybody, Jules here from Joolsedesigns at JT Creations. So we're here today to do some waterfall tags. I love waterfalls and it comes from my card making days. I used to put them on the fronts of cards for my grandchildren and they're quite interactive, so there you are. There's the one that I made, my prototype. That's quite a big tag and that measures, that's 3 by 7. Not everybody likes big tags, so what I've got is I've got some small tags. I've already covered them. It was just old postcards. I've covered them with a digital and coffee dyed paper. I've covered them with book page and just coffee dyed paper. I have stitched round these. I just wanted to see if my sewing machine would go round the card. And these measure, they're 6 by 3, and that's more of a normal card. So what you need is you need a strip of paper. My strip of paper is 2.25 inches. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure it at 2.25 up. So I am going to do some scoring, and the scoreboard that I've got, it's my Crafter's Companion. It's the one that I've got out. So just lightly score there. That's your first fold. And then you want 5 scores at 1/4 inch. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can put that back over there. Then what you do is you crease these. I'm going to sit down and do this because this is actually your mechanism. And with that one I did it with card and it makes it a little bit harder. It is doable, but this is 120 GSM paper, which is probably about £30. And just let me score all these. And I've done waterfalls for years, but I have seen other people on YouTube. One of them was my friend Caroline from Cadger Crafts. She's poorly, so she's not doing it anymore. And she did the waterfall tag as well, and it was beautiful. She did it for her bee journal. So there we are. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And what I'll do is I will ink round these. And I'm just making sure that it's folding perfectly. Okay, so now we've got that. I've already got one made up here, and that's how it works. So now what we want is we want a piece of paper to go across here, and I'm going to use I'm going to do that as one of these mechanisms. So what I will do is I'll use this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop. That's 2.5. Yep. and that bit sticks to that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick that down. I am using art glitter glue. It needs to wrap all the way around, so it needs to be long enough. You can trim it off. And I do have a template for one of these on my Ko-fi site. It's just I don't have the template here with me because I didn't print it off and bring it out with me, and I don't have the ability to print anything out here while I'm out inside. Well, I do. I can send stuff away to the an email off to the girl in the print shop. She does some stuff for me now and again. And what I'm doing is I'm just taking a bit of that off. And I'm just not quite pulling it too tight, just a fraction of an inch wider. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick this down there, and I'm just going to trim a bit more of this off, because this is the bit that sticks to your tag. And I'm just pulling it back and sticking it down like that. And there we have our mechanism. And you just need it for it to move like that, and just keep folding these, because the more that they're worked in, the better they'll work on your mechanism. Okay, so now I've done some stamped images. I like my birds, so I've got a little robin, I've got a cardinal, and I've got a little blue tit. These are stamps that I brought out with me, and that's the almond blossom. And almond blossom's quite big here in Cyprus, obviously the almond. So what I'm doing is I'm just working out which bird I want at the front. Now the cardinal is the bird that's kind of connected with Christmas, so, and that's how we do it. So I'm just trying to work out which bird I want on top. So I want the little blue tit. I think I will, because he's with spring. And what I'm doing is I'm putting that one there. I'm not putting that one on one of these, and I'm just gluing probably about 1/2 centimetre. And I'm just putting it in the centre, and I'm just, again, a fraction of an inch away from that first fold. I don't know whether you can see that. And then I'll have my little robin. And again, because what we're doing now is we're going to put that in that, so we don't want it to go over the creases, and that's why I inked the creases, so you can see. So this one's probably less than 1/4 of a, that's 1/4 of an inch, so it's just less than 1/4 of an inch, just so it fits in that little piece nicely, that little line, and get it, make sure it's lined up with your little birdie or your picture or whatever underneath. And then we'll have the almond blossom. And there's different ways you can do waterfalls. I've done them in my journals, and again I've done templates where you just fold the top over. You don't have this kind of mechanism. There we are. And again, just less than 1/4 of an inch, just so that it sticks into that space between the two creases. Just slightly up. Make sure it's lined up with your little birdies. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just putting that down like that. And there we have our mechanism. Now you can cut that off and put like what I did there, but I'm not over keen on that, because that knot then has to fit in there, and although it looks nice, I like something that you can grab hold of. So what I'm doing here is I'm just going to turn this over. In fact, I'm going to just glue in halfway, and I'm using my art glitter glue, and I'm just folding it up just again a fraction of an inch away from there, and we'll just stick that down like that. And there we have our pull. But what I want to do is I want to round it off. I do have a corner rounder, but I also have this. And it's just a store card that I've rounded the corners off. Right, did I do it that way? To there. So you just match the edges up. Didn't do it very well. Turn it over like that. Match the edges up again. And there we are. And then we can just trim that like that. That like that. And if you wanted, if you've got a stamp that says pull, you can even put a grommet in that. In fact, what I might do is I might put a grommet in that. So I'm just getting my eyelet setter. Now I don't have a crocodile with me. I do at home. And anybody that's followed me in Cyprus, you'll know this is a noisy thing, but they're quite cheap and I like them, and they're ideal for travelling with. So you've got the one that punches the hole, and that's the one I want, and I'm just putting it in the middle. I will put the sound down on this so you won't hear the hammer, because it is quite loud. And then you put your eyelet in, turn it over, take the whole punch bit out, and then you've got one with a bobble. You get several sizes. This is the biggest size. You get them quite small, and you fit the bobble on there, and again you hit it with the hammer and that pulls it down like that. And then what we can do is we can put some nice ribbon on there. I'm going to decide which tag I'm going to put this one on first. Put my eyelet setter out the way and get all these little bits and pieces. So I've got that one, but I did that one for that. So I don't know whether to, I don't know, that might look all right. Nah. Do we want it on that book page or do we want it on this one? I think what we'll have the birdies on the book page. Now to fix this on, it's just this strip here, the one that you've attached to this. That's the only thing you want to glue down. And I'm not going quite up to the edge because what happens is when you press it down, the glue spreads and you don't want it to go onto this mechanism at all. If you can hear the hedges are being cut round the villa, this is when all the gardening work and everything gets done, when the villa's in the off season. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this down here, and the book page that I've used, it's Russian. I got it when I was here the last time. And I've got Greek as well, and I've got Danish and German, and I love all the different fonts that they've got them. And this one's a Danish one, and you can see, anyway, that's waffling. And what we're looking for is a nice piece of ribbon to go. Right, so I've got these. I think what we might have is we might have the gold. Yes. And the ribbon's quite thick. I'm just poking it through. And before I cut it, I'm going to tie it in a knot. And the ends are frayed, but all I use is I just use a little lighter just to do the ends. So I'm just putting the two ends up like that. And what I do is I tend to nip them together like that and cut it at an angle. I know this looks awkward. I am a hairdresser, so I am used to having scissors at an awkward angle. But my scissors aren't material scissors, so they're not the greatest. And all I do is I just do the ends, and that stops that from, you get smell of burnt ribbon. But there we are. See, what's happened there is a bit of glue's gone on, so you have to be, I've managed to get it away, but you have to be very aware that that can happen. So, and I am going to put grommets at the top, so we'll leave that to one side. We'll work on the one that I'd already set up, so you can see 2, 3, 4. I've actually got 5 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, I only did 1, 2, 3. No, I did 5 on the other as well. So do I want it on there? Or do I want it on there? I'm going to have it on that one. And I've got these, again, it's stamps that I've got, and the French stamps, I haven't got a clue. I think papillions is butterflies. I'm not sure, it could be umbrellas or anything. I will take a photograph and put it in Google. Actually, that's what I'll do. I don't know what I would have done without Google. That's it. Take the photograph. Go into Google. The internet, although I don't need it. And then that is the camera. Come on. And then you've got all your pictures. So it's that one. So you pick the picture that you want. And then I want translate. And I want it in English. And it says, petals in the wind, the wildflowers dance with the butterflies. I thought papillion was butterflies. So petals in the wind, that's quite nice actually. So I've put that on all of them. So I'm going to put that one there. And what I did was when I was stamping, I just put different coloured stamps. You know how I like to do me stamps. I want that one on the top. So I think we'll have that one, that one, that one, and that one. Right, so I did do an extra fold on that one, so that's going to go there. So again, and sorry, the cards are two inches by 2 inches. I'd already chopped out these and brought them with me, but you can just do a strip of 2 inches so that your mechanism is 2 1/4, but your little squares are 2 by 2, and then that way you get a nice frame around them. And there we are. And I mean, you can put little messages on like what I used to for my grandchildren. And they're nice, these are nice to send in Happy Mail as well. And again, we're just gluing that bit down. And then decide where you want your, I'm going to put it there. I've not put a grommet in that one, which is fine. But I have ink drowned that one. And then make sure it's level and stick it down. I could still put a grommet in because I can pull it and put a grommet in. So I think we will when I put the grommets in at the end in the top. So we've got that one. And I'll put ribbons on them then as well. So now on. So I'm going to use book page on this. I think that's 2 1/4, did I? Yeah, I made it 2 1/4. And what I am going to do is I'm just going to ink around the edge. Okay, just put that there. And again, put that down. And I want to score at 2 1/4 inches. Whoops, easy. I was a bit zealous with that. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll do, no, yeah, I will, I'll do another one. That's not a very good scoreboard. It's a bit too deep for book page. And what I'm doing is I'm folding the lines again. See what's happened is because I've stuck it down, this isn't going to work. It's split. But what we'll do is we'll put some washi tape on the back, because where there's a will, there's a way. And again, I'm just going to put some washi tape on the back of that one that split. That was the first one that I did that was just a little bit. And I've got some washi tape here that I won't use. I think the rest are all right. I'm just working the creases in. And this one, it doesn't matter about that one because that's where the bottom one's going to go. But that one wants to fold over, and as you can see I haven't got a bit sticking out, but what we can do there is we can put a circle on there, but we'll sort that out in a minute. So what I've got for this one, again I've got stamps, and what I did was I just coloured them in, and I used these distress crayons and a little water brush, and I inked around the edges. So have that there, I think. So it's quite a nice warm day in Cyprus today. It's just had a wee shower. It was nice this morning. We walked to church. So it was 18 degrees, which is a lot warmer than what it is in Scotland. I think it's -2 or something. I know in parts of Britain it's -6, or it has been. So we put that one there. Oh, we need our mechanism first. Julie. So is I'm just going to put that up there because that I need to stick on there. Let me have a look at the back. So when you've got your creases, so that piece of paper there is too wide. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold it. And stick it down. Okay. So both ends. the little bits. Okay, now we can go on with these. So I think we'll have that. Fold. And then pull it like that. And the more you pull it, the more it works the system, the mechanism. Now, I said about putting a little circle on that, and we have a nice little circle here, and I think that's what we're going to use. You can use any shape. And I'm just placing that in the middle. Just make sure it's well stuck down so that there's no pieces here that are loose that'll catch on that bit there. So there we are. And I think we'll put that one, well, it's the only one that's left, so we will be putting it on there. So I don't think we'll put a grommet in that one, we'll leave that one, but we'll put a grommet at the top. Okay. And there we are. So what we'll do now is we'll put the grommets in on the top and the ribbons, and we'll decorate them. We'll take the sound down while I'm hammering these things. And I'm just going to put all the holes in together. And just work it like a bit of a conveyor belt. So that's 3. In fact, do you know what? If I put it that way, I can use this graph to get it right in the middle. We want one on that one. Yeah. No, I'm going to leave that one. So what we want now is we want the grommets. And I think we'll have a gold one in that one. Gold in this one as well. That one there. And do we want a rose gold one? No. I think I'll put an antique one in that one. So again, take that off the eyelet setter and you put the bubbly one on, and again I'll quiet. And what ribbons do we want in this one? So do we want the, or do we want the gold? I think we'll have the gold. And I like to put the big ribbons in. Oh, and I haven't got any thin ribbons with me. Not many anyway. And although I have got some grosgrain ribbons with me. And while you're folding it, you can manipulate your ribbon while you're tying the knot so that it goes the right way. I'm just, let me get the other scissors. These are not much better either. So that's that one. And I'll use all these in my journal. I'll probably use 2. Now you can put these on a page, you can stick them on a page. However, because they're tags, I like to put them in a pocket. Wouldn't put them in the circle pockets, but we have a double circle pocket here somewhere. So there's something like that. Or one of the square pockets. That looks quite nice. There you go. And that looks nice. And it did have this one in it. So there we are. So I hope you get something out of that. I did stick my envelope in, as you can see. So I just need a journal card, but I could put one of them in. Oh, this one. No, I think we'll put the little flower one in. Because that tends to go with that. And there we've got our little tag. In there you can put like a, you know, because you can put a wee pulley out bit, or what's it, tab. So you could put a tab on. I've got some tabs, there is some tabs with this kit, so that's what I might do. So that one I think I'll keep in there. So I've got 2 to give away. So if you would like one of these little tabs and little waterfall tags and some other bits and pieces, be a subscriber and leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.